Hello there again. Now, this week's fluting jig project is going to be very similar to the one I did last week. It's going to be a smallish bowl, but this time I'm going to try and get the fluting to go all the way through and appear to be held together by a disc at the bottom and a band around the inside of the top. I have found this interesting piece of very old yew that I've had for 2 years at least. I'm not sure where it come from. It's about 6 inches by 3.5 inches and more or less what I'm looking for. Got some wormholes in there. Hopefully they're dead, but once they go around the lathe at a couple of thousand RPM, I suspect there'll be no more. Okay, the first thing to do then is to find the centre and get it screwed to, I think, the 3-inch faceplate. I've noted here that there is quite a lot more worm here than I thought there was in the whitewood, and the inclusion is going to reduce the outside diameter of the bowl. Okay, now I've got this more or less rounded, I can actually see that there's going to be a problem with this historical worm here and the knot. They're both going to have to be filled with something mixed with CA glue before we can go any further. Okay, off camera there, had a bit of an incident. The piece come off of the lathe, destroying the recess for the chuck. Okay, not to be defeated. That can be used for something else. I have found a slightly larger piece of Bur chestnut. Please feel free to join me when I catch up using this better piece of wood. Here I'm just marking out where the inner band is going to be positioned. Okay, it's going to take quite a lot of abrasive work to get this nice and smooth on the inside. The band, which is going to hold the bowl together at the top, is looking good. Here I'm just doing the normal preparations with the rotor, including screwing the battens to the base table to limit the travel of the rotor. having successfully completed the routing, it's now time to get into my favourite part of the project, sanding. Okay, so that's another part of my journey learning about the fluting jig completed. A very nice little fluted bowl in Bur Sweet Chestnut. It started out as a piece of yew. That didn't work out very well, but I carried on, and despite my reservations about the grain being too coarse, it actually worked out very well. A few lessons learnt during this project. I've got to pay more attention to the consistency of the thickness of the bowl, as this is a little bit thicker at the bottom than it is at the top. However, aesthetically it doesn't detract from the, dare I say, beauty of this piece. Thank you very much for watching, and it's good night from me, and it's good night from him.